Jock, obviously a lot of people are going to be interested in the Kwagga selection, but you gave a very good explanation, during that first test against the British and Irish Lions. Is that pretty much the same for this game? And then for Dwayne, please, just the magnitude of this occasion. It's the 100th test. Bongi and Dion said that obviously everybody is up for the game, but one has to have a bit of a balance between creating too much hype about the occasion and not focusing on the fundamentals. Are you guys using the occasion as a driving force, or is it really just about approaching this as a normal game? Thank you very much.
Yeah, on Kwagga selection, like I said, yes, South have been a stalwart for us in this season. Since Peter Steff got injured, he was our played lock. Then Peter Steff got injured, and we moved him over to a blindside flanker, and he's produced 80-minute after 80-minute after 80-minute. And then if we take a lock off, he will move from blindside into the lock position. And this is purely just to give him a little bit of a break. He's trained every single training session, played every minute, and Kwagga brought nice energy when he came on the last weekend against Australia. And Kwagga is a versatile guy. He's a guy that we trust. He's been part of us now for a while, since 2019. Excited to see what Kwagga is going to bring, and then obviously we can bring Sous in at lock or blindside wherever we feel we need some injection.
I think from our side, I think we have to take it as another test match. We playing New Zealand. Yes, whatever the bookies and the history tells you that we're playing the 100th test. For us, it's just we want to compete in this championship, and everyone wants to win this thing. So for us, it's prepping for New Zealand. We're playing New Zealand. And we're going to go and give it our best. Whatever the occasion is, that's for the people that write books about it. For us, it's to be a better team than we were last week and improve on what we did last week. And hopefully we do that this coming weekend.
Jacques, a question for you. If there's one thing that New Zealand haven't been quite tested with, is from a physical perspective. Having watched all the Australia games over the past year, do you feel that is one department where the Springboks, even though it's clear that Kwagga is playing at 7, it is one department where you feel that New Zealand can and will be tested in this coming test?
If you want to get a result against New Zealand, you have to test them in various aspects. Physicality is one. There will be a test of physicality. There will be a test of endurance. There will be a test of skill set. So I think all the departments will be tested, or there will be tests in all of them. But yes, physicality is obviously something that we enjoy as a team. I know with John Plumtree coaching in South Africa, he would know that would be probably one of the areas that we will go to. But I think we will have to test them not only in physicality. We will have to ask questions of them in more than one department.
Faf, I'll start with you. This week, different team who are lethal on attack. As a season campaigner for the Boks, how do you go about in advising the team on ways to shut down their strengths and exploit the weaknesses? Can you just mention the All Black strengths and weaknesses you've identified while you're at it, please?
Hi there. I think what we've probably seen from New Zealand is they very dangerous when you make mistakes on turnover attack. So their counter attack is one of their big scoring methods. So we know if we go on attack to not make errors at all, if we give them easy knock-ons, we need to kill that ball, because that's when they get alive. And then also when we go into our kicking game, when they get their offloads going, they become very dangerous. So we need to shut them down in that way. Is that what you asked, or was there something else?
Just mentioning the strengths and weaknesses, but yes, you have answered it. Thank you so much. Then Luke Bawo, I didn't get the chance to ask Jock, as one of the members in the leadership group, can you just had to change from the 6-2 split to a 5-3 split, and maybe if you can, and the reasons maybe why Alton was picked over Mornay and maybe France
not involved in the selection or squad selection group or committee. I think the coaches do make decisions based on our opinions on who we're playing and what's the plan, around the game plan. So I would assume we selected the squad which we had based on the game plan that we will try to execute.
Thank you. Craig Lewis.
Thanks, Ray. How's it, guys? Faf, just a quick one for you. Obviously, Elton, Jantjies, and Frans Steyn haven't been heavily involved in, the on-field action. But what has been their role in terms of the off-field stuff and preparation, just their experience and mentorship? If you could just provide a bit of, background and a bit of a picture of what they've been doing and perhaps what they can now offer off the bench.
Yeah, hi there. I think the main thing that they've brought in, especially in training, is they sort of run the show on attack and on defense, giving us pictures similar to what we'll face on the weekend. In the previous weeks, they've done that brilliantly well. So just giving us those pictures so we know what to expect over the weekend. And like you mentioned, the experience that they bring is going to be immense for us. A few more calm heads is never a bad thing. And yeah, I think what just this weekend is just gives the backs a few more opportunities to have a go and really to go out there and give their all. If the tank's empty, we've got a few more changes that we can make. And Francie can fit in almost anywhere, and we know Ella has played centre as well, and Flav. So I think we're well covered. So yeah, I think it just gives the backs more of opportunity just to go out there and really try and empty the tank this weekend.
Thank you, Faf. And if I can ask our South African contingent, just be patient with the Xhosa and or Afrikaans questions. We'll fit them in towards the end. Therefore, we go back to Ken Boland. Do you have a question in English?
Yes, thanks, Sharon.
Faf, I know that you guys never prepare for individuals at a test level, but how did it feel playing a New Zealand team without Aaron Smith, even though that TJ Perenara is a world-class scrum half?
My turn.
Yes, please.
I don't think it's going to feel that strange to not have Aaron Smith there. I think if a lot of people speak about Aaron Smith, but I don't know how many caps TJ Perenara has now. He's got a lot of caps behind his name. He's a special player, and I think they sort of play a similar style, but they also got their own bit of spice going. So I think it's going to be great to play against him. He's a great player, like I said, and I think he's a huge threat with his running game. So we're going to need to pick up and do some homework on him before we go in this game.